Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. This time I'm going to show you how to make a simple puzzle system that you can use in basically any game. So what is this puzzle? You have to press the buttons in the correct sequence. If all the buttons has been pressed in the correct order, your custom completion logic fires. In this case, it opens the door and allows me to progress further in the level. So let's make this. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to grab our button, which is a interactable class that is a child of the master. In case you have not have something like this or an interaction system, make sure to check out the video in the description where we've set that up from scratch, and then you can continue with this system. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab our button class, which is just an empty child class. And I'm going to go to my mesh settings. I'm going to make this a cube. And then the item size, I'm going to make it 0.2, so it's nice and small. And then I'm going to make 4 different ones. This will be the first one, second one, copy it over. And we have 4 buttons. Then I'm going to make a new blueprint class of which is an interface. I'm going to call this BPI underscore puzzle manager. Then we're going to open this up. And the new function we're going to call check button puzzle. And for the input, we're going to make a new variable. I'm going to call this index, which is of type integer. And then I've already got this class pre-made, which is a actor, BP underscore puzzle manager. And I only have my pre-made success thing, which is basically this gate being opened, but it doesn't have any other logic in here. So what we're going to do is going to add our BPI puzzle. So puzzle manager. Going to add it here. And we're going to call it. We're not going to do anything yet with this. We're first going to go into our BP button. What we're going to do here is we're going to drag out and then type check button puzzle. We're going to make 2 variables. The first one is called puzzle manager, which is of type actor. Then we're going to expose this. I'm going to drag it in the scene. Assign it to target. And then we're going to drag out from the index. We're going to also promote this to a variable. I'm going to leave this as index as well. And then once we've compiled this, we're going to select all of them. And then we're going to assign this to our puzzle manager. One by one. Make sure you select the correct one. And then we can also set the IDs already since it's already in here. So this is 1, this will be 2. And you can have this in a random order if you want. I'm just going to do it 1 to 4. Then we're going to save this real quick. Then we're going to jump into our puzzle manager. And then on here, we're going to activate event. You can do that by double clicking and then it shows here. Then we're going to make a couple variables. The first one will be sequence. This is a type integer and then an array. I'm going to make another variable. This will be step index. And this will be a single value. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drag out from check puzzle. Then we're going to grab our sequence and our step index. We're going to get, search for get, attach it in here. And then we're going to check for equal. Need the other one, get a reference. It's the wrong one. We need to use get and then a copy, not a reference. Then attach it on the equal. Assign this to the branch. And then if this is true, meaning this step index matches with the sequence that we've made. If it's true, we're going to drag our step index, multiply this. And then also we're going to make another variable, and this is amount right. We're going to also increment this when it's the correct step index that we've done. If it's not, we're just gonna copy the step index and we're not gonna count for the amount right. Then we're gonna make another custom event. This is called check answer. And what we're going to do for there, so we're gonna grab our sequence and our step index again. And then we're gonna get the length of our sequence. So that's the amount of buttons or puzzles that we have. And we're gonna then search for equal. And then again, we're gonna do an equal. Checking if this is the same one, meaning they align. I'm gonna search for branch this off. Then we're gonna do this once again. And then now we're gonna do this with our amount right. Gonna branch it, equal. And then if it's correct, I do want a print string that says correct. If it's not correct, we're gonna copy it once again. I'm gonna do false, incorrect puzzle. We're gonna say incorrect answer. And then I'm gonna call my open gate like this, which is basically just a timeline that sets the rotation of my gate door. Compile and save this. And also make sure that we have our check answer on both. Even when it's not correct, we're still going to check the answer anyway. Let's say we have a false thing that lets you know that it's incorrect. You can also execute that when you're on the wrong path. And for the button, we're also going to do a sound 2D. And I'm just going to use this tone so I actually know the interact's working. And then we're going to do our sequence. Make sure to expose the sequence right here. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 4 since we have 4 in here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to press play. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you can see it's correct. Let's say we do it the incorrect way. So we're going to do 1, 3, 4, 2. It says incorrect answer. And that's all you got to do to make this simple puzzle system. So yeah, if you like simple systems like these, let me know down below in the comments and I'll see you on the next video.